relationships, it'll show up in your career, it will show up in your physical body. I've learned that wellness and illness all starts on a spiritual level. It starts on a spiritual level, it goes into the mind, and from there your cells respond to what's going on. And so if you can work on acceptance through journaling, through getting Reiki therapy, that's also very helpful with that. Finding different ways to just open your heart and deal with whatever blockages you may have. This is really going to help you to power through that and support whatever physical efforts you're doing to maintain a healthy womb. So that's tip number 3, self-acceptance. Tip number 4 is to start cultivating a sacred relationship with your womb. And the way that I found to do that is through sitting in meditation. You can also talk to your womb. I know that may sound weird, but maybe while you're taking your bath, you can just place your hands here over your womb. Take a moment to just breathe and center into that creative space. Because for us as women, our womb is not just a machine that makes children. It's so much more than that. It's where we store all of our emotional memories. It's where we carry all of our creative energy. And it really holds so much of our life experience in that one area. And so many of us go through our life without ever really taking time to get to know our womb and to connect with that center. So in a moment, I'll share with you some other resources for that. I want to move on to tip number 5 for the sake of time, which is to express yourself. Your womb is your seat of creativity. All your creative energy comes from the sacral chakra, which is located here in this area. So if there's something that you've been wanting to do, a book you want to write, a business you want to start, maybe there's a talk you want to give, or a painting you want to paint, maybe you like to dance. If you've been putting anything on hold, maybe because you had children, or perhaps for the sake of, putting emphasis on your spouse's career, it's so important to really tap into what's important to you and express yourself. Because when you don't express yourself, you store that creative energy here. And a lot of times you'll find in cases with fibroids, when you hear these women's stories, there's so many things they wanted to do and they sat on it for so long. And so it manifested as this growth. And as you start to express yourself, so much healing becomes available in the body. So self-expression, of course, starts with being able to be clear on what you want. And for anyone who's interested, I have a very awesome free resource for you. It's called the Create Your Vision Workbook. This is an 11-page PDF guide that I designed to help you go through 8 different areas of your life and map out a very clear vision of what you want. If money wasn't an issue, if health wasn't an issue, location wasn't an issue, you just really get creative and write down what it is that you want so that you can be clear. From there, you'll look at where you are now and what the gap is between where you are now and where you want to be, and map out some steps that you can take to achieve that. And I love how Ruma started with talking about vision, because that falls right in line with this exercise. So I have more information on the table just out back. So really quickly, I want to just share with you a couple of resources. Number 1, this is my favorite book. Who's heard of Kwini? Okay, so a couple you're familiar. Kwini wrote Sacred Woman. This book is an invaluable resource. It's got exercises that you can use to meditate and really get to know your womb. You can heal the womb inside out. She goes into the spiritual, the physical, the mental, and the emotional. So there's recipes in here to help you detox. She even has womb yoga exercises. It's got pictures. And this is actually an older edition. She's added 2 more, what she calls gateways, which are like chapters. So the newer edition of the book, you'll get even more value out of it. So Sacred Woman is one. And another one here I really like is Womb Wisdom by Padma, and I always butcher this, Anaya Prakasha. And this book is really good for helping you with more of the emotional and spiritual side of things, to stimulate that conversation with your womb and to help you get really clear on what the connection is between your life experiences and how you feel, and how that can show up through your womb, and how to move past those blockages and really connect with your sensuality. So I hope that all of you have gotten something valuable out of this talk, and I wish you peace and wellness. Thank you so much for having me, and I'll turn it back over to Kwini.
All right. Our next speaker is going to look.